Welcome, everybody, to Catfish Weekly, along with James Smith. I'm Lyle Stokes, and James, we're going to have some fun tonight. We got Brian B. Catfishing in the house.
Yeah.
We're glad to have Brian in here. We got a bunch of stuff to go over with him. We're going to be talking about catfishing on the Potomac River. It's going to be a lot of fun. But what do you say we go through a bunch of people that's in chat tonight, James?
Well, I'd like to say a little congratulations to all these tournaments, guys and gals. I was trying to catch them in and out. I've been out of town, so I was trying to catch tournaments for all you winners out there, for all the tournaments, for Chaz, the couples tournament, and all the other tournaments going on. Congratulations, guys. You all come out. You swung for the fences. So, in my book, you're all winners. So, congratulations to each and every one of you.
Well, there's been a lot of them here recently, and it don't look like it's going to slow down for a while.
I'm seeing the Cross family in here. Tim Molina, Hooks and Hammock, Catfish and Crappie. Pontoon Jody's in the house. Hawaiian Fisherman, John Patrick Jr. I got to scan down now, Lyle.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right, we'll go with real-time catfishing. Josh, the weekend angler. Carolina catfishing. Whoops, it moves on me. There's fishing with the Chad. Angler of the Villa. Ernie Brown. Tom Kelly Outdoors. Bob with Fish and Finds. Chris Uselton. Lee Reed. Uncle Lou. Muskrat Adventures. Dale Hayslip.
I see Avid's in the house, 252 Outdoorsman. Yeah, mine just jumped to and messed me up.
Stephen Corley, Catfishing with the Crow. Pontoon Jody. Chrissy Brown.
Fins and Finds. Greenwell Fishing.
Big John Fishing. Christina Dugnigan, my favorite one.
Mm-hmm.
Fishing and Freedom. Guy was on Avid's show last night, done a bang-up job.
I love that name. Ever since that name first showed up in our chat, I love it.
Found out last night he's a fellow Missourian.
Oh, I hear you.
252 Outdoorsman, Hooks and Hammocks. Dave Funk, glad to have you, Dave.
Yep. Always glad to have Dave in here. There's Muskrat's in the house. Maurice Cason's in the house with us. Always good to see Maurice in here with us.
Catfishing with the Crow. I think we said him, but not sure. Tim Molina, I know we got him.
There's Cindy Stokes in there with us.
Cool. Maurice Cason.
Carolina Catfish and Clearview Outdoors and Haslice in the house.
That's good. John Patrick Jr.
2 stands.
Let me get back down.
There's a Kimberly Oiler.
Clearview Outdoors, Parker Pursuits, Lance the Hawaiian Fisherman, Joe Ziegler.
There's Chunky Cats in here with us, Parker Pursuits, Solo Texan Adventures.
Steve Sellers.
Yeah. So, guys, like I say, if you see new names, see new faces in chat, please share the love, share the bait. I know everybody would love to have you come in, check their channels out, watch their videos and their lives. And if you like them, even subscribe.
That's right. There's a lot of them that's trying to get to the 1,000 mark, and several of them have been making it lately, so we're glad to see that happen.
That first 1,000 is a little tough.
Yeah, it seems like once you get that, though, they come a little easier after that first one. Mike Sherman.
See, somebody saying David Martin. I must have missed him come through.
Stan 3.
Yeah.
John Euler.
Mike Sherman.
Trying to make sure we don't miss anybody, but it's invariable that we do. There is David Martin.
Miss Chrissy Brown.
But we will continue to call out names as the night goes along. I'm sure Hooks and Hammock, that's Chris, because I think Telly lets us know if it's her on here, or Chris, he just don't, you know.
Yeah, I've seen another name.
He gets some of that kind of stuff from his good buddy Chad. They kind of act a little alike. So
Chad the troublemaker.
There's a I don't know. But Brian B., welcome to Catfish Weekly.
Yes.
How y'all doing?
We're doing good, man. How are you doing?
I can't complain. I can't complain.
Good. I understand that you have something new arrived in your mailbox here recently. That
Oh, you want to see it?
could I?
Oh man.
I've been hearing about this, and I can't wait to see
Let
it.
me see. Can you see that?
I do see that.
That
That's
look
pretty awesome.
like me
Chad
getting
and Brian
Chad
B.
a whooping.
That looks like Brian B. Just putting a whooping on old Chad. You know, the funny part about that is, Brian, I have one of those also.
Oh man.
Um,
Uh-oh.
I'm
So we must
assuming we
got
got them the
we got
same
friends
place,
alike.
but I don't know for sure we did. Um, my.
Chad saying, "You so dead to me."
I didn't know it didn't have a return sender, so I didn't know where it came from.
Sean T.
John T in there,
Pretty
Nina's
good
in
stuff
here.
right there, buddy. Pretty good
Yeah.
stuff right there. Man,
Yeah.
you've been in a lot of tournaments and a lot of live stuff here lately. Brian, how long you been doing the catfish thing?
I've been actually fishing, catfishing. Seriously, 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Good deal. Good deal.
Yep.
Jumped in it with both feet, didn't you?
Oh yeah. When I do something, I go my face within YouTube, learning how to do this, learning different methods. That's how I am with everything I pick up.
Yep.
Yeah.
I understand.
Try to be the
completely.
best at it.
Yep. That's what you got to do.
If you want to learn, you do.
Oh yeah. You gotta find your niche.
Yep. And you know that curiosity, that drive, makes you a better fisherman. I mean, overall, it makes you pay attention to the little details and the things that'll make a bad day a good day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just got a message, Brian.
My phone too. I'm not going. I'm busy right now, so I'm not even going to see what.
Well, this is kind of important, actually. This message come from your buddy James Dockery. He said, "Please make sure to tell Brian thank you for donating the fishing rod to Chad's tournament that I won." So
no problem.
he appreciates it. That's a good deal.
And he'll put it to work.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We don't have
I'm
to worry
betting
about
that
him collecting dust.
I'm pretty sure he's probably already got a reel on it.
Probably. I would say so.
I hate to let a rod sit. I got to put a reel on it and get it out there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You can't catch no fish sitting on the wall.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Yep.
Yep. Everybody hit the thumbs up if you don't mind.
Tim Molina says a hard question for Brian B. right off the bat. What's the most important thing in your life besides fishing?
My son.
My son. There you go.
Yep. No doubt about it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, is your son a fisherman?
He will go, but a lot of times he ain't trying to stay out there as long as we caught this. So.
Yeah. Well, how old is he?
14.
14. Yeah. He probably don't have the attention span at 14 that you do at whatever age you are, because you're willing to stay out there all day or most of the night to get done what you need to do. And let's face it, a kid, if he ain't got fishing going on pretty much all the time, he's going to be finding something else to do.
Oh yeah, he's into them video games and he plays basketball. So,
and his hormones is kicking in too.
That too. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stephen Corley says Dockery probably has a silver reel on that rod for those silver cat he catches.
Oh Lord. Did he catch any silver cats this time?
I don't know. Mo Creek has joined us.
Yeah.
Avid.
Oh, we got all kind of good people in here, Law.
Yep. V3 Customs has joined in also.
Oh man.
So, what waters do you mainly fish, Brian?
The lower end of the Potomac River.
Okay. I didn't know if you fished if there was any other waters up there that you fished. I knew you fished the Potomac, but I didn't know if there's any other waters that you try or not.
Nope. I don't. I've learned from watching other anglers go different places and fish their water, and then they come back to the Potomac, and Potomac has a way of getting back to you that you won't catch enough fish for a couple of days after you go cheat on it. So
I mean, I like fishing new water simply because it makes it challenging. You know,
yeah.
we're lake fishermen out here. I want to go fish some rivers just to see. You know, I've got to try it. We got to have
Marco Curtis wants to know if you ever caught a mermaid.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Sounds like a story there.
Yeah.
Oh man. No.
I don't know if we're gonna drag it out of him, Lyle.
That's one of my good buddies.
That's awesome, man. We're glad to see your friends join in.
Yeah.
They might accidentally tell us something in chat about you that we want to know.
We're just got to get it out of him a little bit, Lyle. What is one of the funniest fishing trips that you've had?
It's funny. I just see my buddy E in the chat, and he already know what I'm gonna say. We we was dock fishing down Fort Washington Park, and it's a brick wall right there that we fish off of. E went up to get a chair out of the car, and there's a steep hill, so he had to go up the hill. He was coming back down, and his line went off, and his old lady grabbed the rod, but she had the baby. So she had the baby in one arm and trying to get the fish at the same time. She did not want nobody to get that rod. She said, no, take the baby. So my buddy went to go take the baby, but instead of getting the baby, he tripped over a rock and he fell over that wall and fell right in the water. All you see was his arms come back on the wall. And I think we laughed for like 40 minutes. When he fell in that water, he went and just gave up. But in reality, he could stand up literally in the water because it's so shallow right there. It was hilarious.
Oh,
I
wish we had the GoPros in.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, there's times when things happen, you can't even look at each other for a good 30 minutes, 45 minutes because you just bust out laughing.
Yeah. He called his wife and said, babe, I just fell in the water. She said, what you want me to do?
He wants some warm clothes, wasn't he?
He had to ride all the way home wet.
Did she get the fish?
Yeah, she got the fish.
I hear you.
The fish. And he was coming down the hill and he seen it. And he said, it's like, man, we connected eyes. He said, but my heart wanted to help you, but I couldn't get to you. That was hilarious.
Yeah, it's one of them times, even if it had killed him, you couldn't have helped but laugh.
Oh, man. Every time we talk about it, he give us a few words.
Thanks, Roger. Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's right. Lyle's birthday's tomorrow, everybody. So,
oh man, happy early
congratulations!
Birthday. Thank you, guys. It's just another day. When you get to be a certain age, you quit counting them. That was some time ago. I quit.
so since you up there, go ahead, Lyle.
Is it to figure out that tidal water out there, Brian?
Say again.
Tidal water. How hard is it to figure that out?
It's not hard. Go out there and some we anchor. So it's more so fish finder for one, and then at the same time look at certain areas and say, you know what? Let's try up in this hole over here and see what happened. Anchor up, see what happened, and we might have had one of our best days just by doing that and not using the fish finder.
Right.
We might have caught, I think, 26 fish Me and 26 fish in 4 hours.
Wow.
Dang
we,
right.
we was headed back home, and we couldn't
That's a good
believe it.
number.
At the end of the day, we was out there fishing with one rod. We got tired of reeling in fish. Like, you know
Really?
what? I'm not gonna keep throwing these rods out here. I'm tired.
Now, I understand there's quite a bit of structure in the Potomac River. Is that correct?
More so up towards where Hass fishes in the DC area.
Well, my question about that is when the tide changes, that does that change how much you get hung up in that structure?
No, because more of the structure is more so on top of the water, floating down, floating back.
Okay.
You know, now my side of the river is majority muddy bottom. Of course, you're gonna have some stuff at the bottom, but we don't.
Right.
We about to start practicing on dragging and stuff like that. But now you just got to look at navionics and look and see where you got your. For some reason, you got lines going across the Potomac River in certain spots. They say they're old wires that came down and they never did nothing about it. They left them there. So you just got to pay attention to where those are, especially if you're gonna be dragging.
Okay. Do you are you able to remember it, or does it just stay there since the tide goes
Yeah,
both ways?
they there. Yep, they ain't going nowhere. I
Okay.
actually got caught up on one wire the night that me and Has went against each other. And I knew they were there, but I didn't think I was that close.
I see.
So when I threw it out there, they got caught up. I said, "Oh Lord."
Palmetto Cast wants to know what room is that in your house that you are calling the garage?
The garage.
Over top of your rods.
It says Matt's garage. That's my grandfather's name.
Oh, I hear you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Solo Texan.
Oh, I hear you. Happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you, Alicia.
No, you don't mainly just bank fish, though, do you?
Nah, now I'll bank fish if a tournament calls for it.
Right.
As long as my boat is together and running good, I'm going on that boat.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can cover a lot more water. And plus, that gives you a chance to check out them spots that you do go bank fish with a depth finder. Might find some structure down there or a hole or something you didn't know was there.
Yeah. Because where we go, we got like it's a deep hole with strong current. I can fish that off the bank, and I can fish it in the boat. But the thing about it, you can't do it at night time because you're on park property, so they close at dark. So you got to get out of there.
Okay.
Plan on spending the night.
Dee would like to know whose fish you're holding in that thumbnail picture.
Oh, that was Chad's fish.
Chad's
I
fish.
got the original picture on my phone with Chad holding it.
Photoshopped it in there, huh?
Mark wants to know what kind of boat you got from Catfishing Crappie.
96 Bass Tracker Pro Team 170.
Oh, I hear you. Them good tough boats right there.
Yeah.
They can take a beating.
When the motor running right. You know how that is. Something happened here and there.
They're all like that, though.
Yep.
That's a boat.
Break out another 1,000.
That's what I was going to say. And you don't want to hear that either,
man. No. Hey, David.
She say in the thumbnail. Oh, in the thumbnail, I caught that fish on the live, D. See? Gotta show you don't watch my videos.
Oh.
But we was friends, D.
Oh. Hey, Troy, how you doing? Green Machine.
So what are your biggest fish? Go ahead and tell us, because I know somebody's going to be asking.
70 is the PB. Lately, I think my last live I hooked into, live before the last one. I had to cut that one short. Hooked up to a 45, and then the live before that I caught a 48.
That's good fish.
They kept jumping, so
right.
I just gave 45.
That's a good fish, especially live.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was literally right after we anchored up. We moved spots, anchored up. I was trying to tell the people, look right here, here go the bridge, and that line just started going bloop, bloop.
Dang right.
It was on from there.
Josh says, if you haven't reached the point in your life where you can grab in your wallet and grab out a $20 bill and toss it in the trash, you're not mature enough to own a boat. There might be some truth to that.
Yeah, there might be some truth in that.
Well, I ain't mature enough, but I'm going to keep.
Oh, Lord.
River Monsters, welcome.
I'm going to keep the 20, though.
Yeah, I mean, I might throw it in there, but I'm probably going to reach in there and grab her back.
Yeah, dang way gas is getting. We all going to have to buy some paddle boats,
Absolutely.
ain't we?
I'm going to find a way to get it back.
I read today it was $7.58 a gallon in California. Of course, the politicians out there deserve that, but the average everyday guy that's working for a living does not. Welcome,
Nope.
Paul. Hope you're feeling better.
These guys pushing these big 300s and these big 350s on their boat board. They just going to be putting around real close to the dock, ain't they?
I imagine, yeah.
They ain't going out far. That's a lot.
Man, we was down there at the beach, and I seen one of them big old boats coming in and had 4 of them 300s strapped across the back of it. And I thought, them right there, they don't even ask what the price is because they don't care.
No, they don't. They don't care. But
they don't care what the price is.
I care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I care.
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, I can't. Although I will say the 1-300 that we had, if you didn't run it wide open, it wasn't any harder on gas than anything else I've ever had.
Right.
But now, when you opened her up and let the big dog eat, you could almost watch the gauge go down.
Oh, I bet so.
It would scream, but the old gauge would just I mean, you could just watch it. It was leaving you pretty quick.
Yeah, I can imagine. So you say you're starting to get in doing a little bit of drifting and dragging baits?
Yeah, the plan is to get out there Thursday, hopefully, and try to make sure the motor is right, because I just had to do some work and try some drifting. Got the monster hunt Saturday, so put another technique on it.
There you go.
Who you fishing against in them? I don't know what the monster hunt is, I guess.
Say again.
I don't guess I know what the monster hunt is.
A tournament that Palmetto Cat's putting on this weekend.
Oh, okay. I haven't even heard about it. I haven't seen no advertisements on it or anything. So
yeah, we got a lot of good anglers in there. It's gonna be some good competition.
Good deal. I'm sure you'll have a great turnout.
Well, man, you talked about this a couple years ago about these online tournaments is headed that way, and they're here.
Yeah, I knew once COVID hit that this would be a wave that was taken off. It has. If they don't get it under control, I would say within another couple of years, there'll be very few of the other kind. If they keep mandating and doing this and doing that, people are going to just get sick of that stuff and lose interest in it.
Yeah, I think you still have some local boys having a little coffee can tournaments and stuff, and tournaments like Jeff's, that the Grand Slam.
Oh yeah, that's a great tournament.
That's just too much fun. I mean, but it's a no pressure tournament, and a lot of and I mean really live. If you think about it, these online tournaments like Brian's Fish did a lot of them. It's really almost stress free tournament. Even though you want to catch fish.
Yeah.
It's
they're not all stress free.
Not when Chad's in there with you.
Well, no, I just don't pay him no attention. I mean, he might say fish on Chad maybe twice or 3 times during tournaments. I ain't really
Are
worried.
you sure that much?
He might not say nothing.
No,
That
he's
tournament
gonna
with
say
me,
something. Chad gonna say something.
he might not say fish on though.
Yeah, you go.
Welcome, Mark. The fishing magician has joined us.
What's up, Mark? Got that one with me and Creo, the championship for the 1v1. That was stressful.
That was a great tournament.
That was stressful.
It was a great tournament. It really was. It was very enjoyable to watch and to be a part of. So yeah, that turned out to be really, really good. Really did.
Yep.
I'm glad everybody's having fun doing it. It's really opened up an opportunity to a lot of people, Lyle and Brian, that normally would never even get a chance of fishing a tournament or even wouldn't know where to even start to get into a tournament.
Yeah.
That's right. And if you are worried about COVID, if you are worried about it, this is one way to be competitive and compete without having to worry about any of that stuff going on.
Absolutely. I have a blast. Every one I do.
Yeah, they're fun.
Mark is getting on you. He said, Brian had to dye his gray beard hairs after the 1v1.
I went to bring that up, and the minute that I clicked on it, it moved.
Yeah. That was a tough one. 5 pounds. 5 pounds even.
That's way cool. Fish Snatcher says, Brian, cooler than the other side of the pillow. He don't get stressed.
Snatcher, yeah.
There's Frank from Twisted Fishing TV. Thank you for coming in, Frank. Catmandu.
There's Freddie's Outdoor Adventure. Sorry I'm late. I was driving back from Lake Greenwood. So, hey, Lyle James and Dinkadoo Brian. You know, Chad laid that Brian D. Dinkins on you.
It is stuck.
But it did stick.
But
the end result is you got to give him the whooping. So,
oh, yeah.
You know, that's the main thing.
Oh, yeah. And I gave him nightmares.
I think you did, yeah. I think you did.
Oh,
my.
The only reason Brian B. Oh, there you go. Go ahead.
The only reason Brian B. advanced to the finals is a riverboat and a barge ran me out of my fishing spot. Brian, did you see anything about a riverboat or a barge?
Sound like a little crying to me.
That's what James is saying. World's smallest violin.
No crying and fishing, buddy.
That's right.
Yeah, that's it.
No crying.
Paula Smith, how you doing?
Hey, Miss Smith. Justin Fishing Fetish is in the house. Oh, yeah. Now, I don't know, Lyle. I run them daggum fish hooks up and underneath fingernails, and if you don't bring a tear to your eye, then, son, I don't know what will.
That's a fact. Yeah. We do want to remind everybody that as soon as we're done here, you need to tune in and watch Mark with Catfish and Crappie, a podcast tonight. He's got a great guest with Justin on there tonight. Be a good show.
Oh, Justin.
I see Catfish Curtis want to be outdoors. Mo Creek fishing, no real loss. Appreciate y'all for coming in. What was that? Angler of the Villa.
Oh, I got another message in chat. Not in chat, but private message to be sure to remind everybody to go over to James Dockery Fishing and subscribe to his channel so we can get him up to the 1,000 mark. There's Kevin with Palmetto Cats. Welcome. And, you know, James lets on that he don't want subscribers, but he'll take them, and we want him to have them. We want him to be able to do the stuff that the rest of us do. And If it does aggravate him a little bit, it's okay. Nobody cares if he's aggravated or not. He's a man fisherman
Yeah, I've been
or angry fisherman.
tried for.
Yeah,
I've been hook set for a long time.
that's right. There's Frank. How you doing, Frank?
Said something about Chad was trying to catch catfish with hooter wings. Hooter
That sounds
chicken
about right.
wings.
That sounds about right. That explains a lot.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah.
Oh, well, let me guess. You're not a chicken fisherman, are you?
Oh yes, I am. I don't go out with. I don't go to the river without my chicken.
Well, from
And
now
why
on,
is that?
truthfully,
Does
from
it
now
work
on,
that well?
I will carry chicken with me. I might not tell the world that that's what I got on my hook, but I will take it in my boat just in case.
Yeah, it's. I don't know what it is out here in the Potomac, but that chicken, you might get. I can go out there honestly with all chicken, and I know I can get some good numbers of fish.
I'm thinking
There you
them
go.
East Coast cats are just a little touched or something.
It's
If it works, it works.
They don't
chicken,
work around here like that. I promise you.
chicken and eel. You guaranteed to bring some fish on in the boat.
You ain't gonna
Yeah.
catch nothing on eel here either.
Oh wow!
To start with,
Wiley
you
used to
can't
have
get
a
them.
lot of
We
Wiley
got
used to have a lot of eel, but I haven't heard of seen anybody catching it in a long time. And that's I don't
yeah.
know if it's because when all them white perch get in there, them daggum fish are like piranha. So
That may be. I don't know. We used to catch them pretty regular when I was younger, but I haven't seen one for years. In
I
our
ain't seen a catfish or nothing with a sore on the side of them for many of them crazy eels or nothing on them. Have you?
No, I've never seen anybody selling them around here.
Not like that. Nah. I'll
But
see.
I'm there
You might
probably
see
is
some
in some of
stuff,
the big
but it's
cities.
probably from them fighting each other.
Yeah. Well, on up to Potomac, on up in the northern, higher up where y'all at, some of them shows showing them guys catching them eels and smoking them and selling them. And they go for an expensive price.
Yeah, you get an eel cheapest down here. You gonna get an eel. It's probably $14.99
For how big?
a pound. It's $14.99 a pound.
A pound. So
Oh,
you're and how big is a 1 pound eel?
Uh, maybe I would say maybe 3 feet long.
Holy crap!
Two and a half.
Now
Depending
are
on
they?
it might be a little over a pound, but that's what you want. It's worth it because you only cutting that eel up on how many hooks you put it on. The rest
right.
of it, throw it in the freezer, or if you're going out the next day, you can throw it in the refrigerator, and it's still good.
Are they native to your waters out there?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you ever catch them?
You, it's rare. I've caught one eel out of it in the last 2 years. I know he caught, I think, two, maybe
Can you put
three.
out eel pots?
I think you can, but you got to, get a license for it and
Right.
stuff like that.
Right.
But that's more work. I could be going to buy one and go fishing instead of doing
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
I don't
Michael?
know. $14.99 a pound. You get about 500 pounds. You'd be right.
That ain't no lie.
Yeah.
Michael
I'd rather go
Barillo
buy
said,
'em.
"Go ahead."
I'd rather go buy them. I got a
Yeah.
fish tank that I just put in here and put the the bubbler in there and buy me a couple and drop them in there, and that'll be good for me.
There you go.
Keep them
So when you
live.
get them, they're still alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You put them in a bag. I can buy it tonight and go over to go buy it and bring it home, put it in the water or something, and let it sit in the water in the cooler or something, and it's still live the next day.
I've seen Chunky shows pictures and videos of how he keeps his in a refrigerator in his house, live for several days.
Yeah.
Yeah, they stay live. As long as you got the bubble machine, they got oxygen. They'll stay live.
Now they're capable of sucking air off the surface of the water, ain't they? They got like a type of lung, don't they? Because they can live in real low oxygen water, and I think it's by gulping air. But either
I
way,
don't know.
About a 3-foot eel, that'd be quite a few chunks of bait, though, Lyle.
Not for me, it wouldn't. Them things are nasty.
But hey, if they work real good, and I seen chunky, you can't get them off the hook, Harley. Look like you have to cut them off the hook.
I just use Asian carp. I got plenty of them.
Yeah, well, we don't have none of them in our water. It might work.
Good trade-off, I guess.
Yeah.
Brian, your show, No Scripts, is a very unique and entertaining show that has brought another level of fun to the community. What was the inspiration for that show? Michael Murillo would like to know.
It actually came from just me, Stan, Snatcher, and Has going backstage, talking about stuff, putting stuff together, doing a little networking, and was like, you know what? We doing all this talking backstage for 5, 6, 7 hours. I said, man, we may as well go live, and we went live. We seen the audience that we had and got a lot of good feedback from it, and I said, hey, what y'all think about putting something together and do a show once a week or something, or every other week? No script. We ain't got no agenda. We just go out there and be us. And that's what we did.
There's a group of us that has a chat every once in a while, and we've thought about doing that, but I'm afraid they throw us off the internet. We might get a little out of hand.
Creole asked about having one, and I think we could do it. I mean, whoever wants to put it on their channel, that's on them.
Yeah,
and just act off a late evening, weekend, or where everybody free, fill the screen up and just run our guns. But even doing it backstage is still a good idea, because a lot of stuff will be said that don't need to be in.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
that's exactly right, man.
Chris B, I see Chris B in here. That's my lady. How you doing, honey?
Mr. Kitty Whiskers has joined us. Chris B.
V3
Clearview Outdoors. 3B Fishing.
Chavez.
The man that makes us all hungry.
Yeah, I don't watch his videos unless I ate already. And then I still.
Yeah.
That's probably a good idea.
That's like going to buy groceries on an empty stomach. Now that might be one rascal right there can tell you how to cook that eel.
I ain't trying to eat it.
No.
I trade that eel in for a catfish.
That's right.
There you go. Oh Lord. You eat any fish out of the Potomac?
Oh yeah. Yeah. They say, 3 servings, 3 servings a month. I don't even eat that, because I got it. I got a couple bags in the freezer. When I get rid of them and eat those, then I'll keep a couple more and put them in the freezer. So when I want it, or my lady, she'll eat it every time I get them. If I got it, she go, hey, can you fry some fish? Can you fry some fish? So
that's what I'm talking about.
As I got it, it's on hand. I'll eat it. They say it's not the best waters to eat out of, or this, that, and the other. That was years and years ago. Now they say by 2025, you may be able to swim in the Potomac River again. So they're doing things to clean it up. It's not the nastiest.
Most of it is your heavy metals, your PCPs, your mercury, and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But after time, it's done settled down through the sediments and stuff like that, to the point that you really are not getting exposed.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's worse on certain people than others.
Yes. Yeah.
I think the last time I ate catfish was Good Friday. We did a fish fry. We had some fish. fried it up for everybody, and we sat in here with tables and we sat around running our mouth and ate and had a good time.
No, ain't nothing wrong with a
Yeah.
good fish fry.
Oh yeah.
But what blows my mind is some of your smaller fish, your brim and bluegill and crappie and stuff like that, will actually have a higher content of the PCPs and the mercuries in them than catfish will.
Yeah. They say don't with rockfish, don't eat eel, don't eat
Yeah.
carp. I think don't eat. That's on the do not eat list. I don't eat carp, so I wouldn't even attempt. But like your rockfish, you would think that okay, I got a good legal limit rockfish. I'm gonna take it home and cook it. That's on the do not eat list.
Dang
And
right.
catfish, all the catfish are. So I said I found that to be very interesting.
That just goes against everything you've been taught over your life that catfish is a trash fish. It ain't.
Right,
If he
exactly.
was, he'd be full of this bad stuff. Now, I ain't
Yep.
saying them old big catfish. I'm sure they got a load of it in them, but that's why we don't eat our big fish. Oh, my God.
So, Brian, how many times have you had your counter reset due to so many dinks?
I lost count.
As long as you keep winning the tournaments,
Hey,
doesn't matter.
long as I got a clicker, that means I'm catching some fish.
That's
There
right.
you
I
go.
bet you ain't got one, Freddie. I bet you ain't got one.
Thank you, Chad.
No. Yeah, old Freddie's one of them rascals aboard the catfish community opened up their arms and just welcomed that old rascal right into them. And he's
Yep.
like that in our gold mining community too.
Who, Chad?
Freddie.
Freddie? Oh yeah, Freddie,
Yeah.
good dude. That's why
Yeah.
he give me a hard time because he loved me.
Yeah,
That's right.
my buddy.
Yep.
Oh. So when's your next big trip?
I'm gonna go out Thursday, but I'm gonna try. I'm thinking I'm gonna try some different further down where we usually go. We was on the stands live Friday, and Epic came up, and we brung up some Navionics, and Has was showing them the river from the bottom all the way to the top, and close to where I go at. Further down, he say, he was looking at it. That's where that looks like donkey water. So I'm gonna listen to Epic and I'm gonna try it.
Hey.
I ain't gonna be no dummy.
Hey, that's all you can do is try it.
Oh yeah.
Welcome, Jeremy. Creole Catfishing says better late than never. Good to see my buddy Brian be on the show.
What's up, Creole?
Chad says if Brian could pick only one for a rematch to regain his manhood, who would it be? Has or Creole?
That's a tough one. Has whooped me kind of bad. Creole, I lost by 5 pounds. I will have to get back at Has.
Yeah.
He gave me the worst beating.
Yeah.
So,
almost as bad as what you done to Chad.
Yeah, I did kind of beat him kind of bad. Yeah. So I felt good, I thought about what Has did, And if y'all seen the video, I got up. I fell down, but I got up.
Yeah.
And Chad was on the list when I got up.
Well, Brian, I'm gonna tell you something now, and I've said this before many times, but what you and Jeremy had going was awesome. But what you and Has had was not just fishing; it was a very high rate of entertainment.
Yeah.
It was funny. You guys was having a blast. You was riding each other a little bit, but the entertainment level was way up there, and that's what keeps the people watching.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, that's it's me and Hayes. That's that's how we are. We gonna give the people what they want. We know they want to see the trash talk. We gonna get the
Yeah,
trash talk, and he started it, and I didn't finish it.
I'm finding it hard to believe that you would say that has started it. I really am.
Yeah, because he sent it to us in our little chat. He sent the video. I'm like, what is this? And he's sitting there talking. I said, oh Lord, there I got to fire back.
Looky here, Harley Dockery, one of my favorite Dockeries, has made it into chat.
Go. Oh.
But it definitely was a good time. It was fun all week because I'm sitting there thinking like, okay, how can I do something different to get back at him with what he did with me?
Whoops.
You got me sitting there thinking.
Creole says technically Saturday, Brian and I have a rematch during the monster hunt.
Not necessarily. That's a good question. I want you by yourself on one side of the screen, me on the other side, and the host wherever they gonna be at.
There you go.
Imano is what they say.
That's right. Well,
There
I
you
think
go.
you can make that happen. I'm pretty sure you
Oh
can.
yeah, we can make it happen. I think we're gonna make it happen.
Yeah,
One
I
way,
think that'd be a really good idea. It'd be fun.
even
Yep.
it might. I don't think in our contract with Catfish and Crappie, I don't think we can do that without consulting him first, though. So
That's probably true.
yeah, we'll
That's
have to see
probably
how
true.
that works. But I think since I couldn't beat them, I just sent the next best thing. Well, no, I didn't talk to Chunky. Um, I went on and got Has, and I'll see if Has can do something with him. I can't. Chunky is busy, so I sent Chunky's son Has.
There you go.
So, how many guys you think's really actually fishing the Potomac hard up there in y'all's area?
You say how many people fish it hard?
Yeah, that's right
Uh,
around your area.
well, all of us Potomac anglers that y'all know of on YouTube, I know, fish it. Now around this time, you're gonna get Flatty Daddies. He's gonna start coming down here, and he'll fish it all winter. P City is known to come down here during the winter because that flathead bite turns off in the Susquehanna. They'll come down here. Locally, I don't really know a lot. I don't really see a lot. I might see a few here and there while I'm out, and we used to go out 2 or 3 times a week. We might see one or two out there, but they might be fishing further down or further up.
Right.
We cover a nice stretch, but I don't see a whole lot.
So it's not getting a whole lot of pressure then.
Well, we getting pressured by these daggone nets they putting in the water. So
That's very
I had
sad.
to, I had to literally one day bob and weave out of them in like maybe a half a mile stretch. It was a net here, a net further up there, and then another net over that way again. And I'm like, man, and you can tell it was fishing them because the net was almost like a V. But when I came back, they were gone. I said they came up and picked them up and gone. But I wish they could do something. If I had time, I actually did it during the Fisher Wish tournament, and that's when I seen it. If I wasn't in that tournament at that time and I was just out there, I would have probably tried to pull over and cut that net because that ain't. I hate that.
Yeah. Be careful because they're actually doing it legal. So be careful because they can get you for destroying property.
But they don't. I think a lot of them don't because they kind of do it early. Then come in with nobody out, and then I watched one guy. He fills his boat up. He got a 250-gallon water tank. He goes and sits in the woods right up against the bankside and pull them nets in, and then haul tail. He gone down the river. Then his other buddy will come. Called DNR one time. and they said, there's nothing they can do. You got to call such and such. And I'm like, they on the water. What do you mean ain't nothing you can do?
Yeah.
They just didn't feel like it. So
yeah, exactly.
And I know they didn't have their license. They got them people I found out from somebody else. They got their license revoked. They actually did some time for doing that. So I guess they came on back and started doing it again. I don't agree with it.
No.
Must be too much money in it.
Well, if there's the money that they're making is selling them fish to pay lakes.
Yeah.
Could be.
I mean, that's where the big money's at.
As far as I know, we don't have none.
No, but they'll transport them.
Oh yeah. We don't have none in this area that I know of. I just found out that it's a pay lake not too far from my house that has bass and bluegill. I was like, I never somehow I don't know what I was searching for, and that came up, and I read it and everything. I was like, wow, didn't know this. That's crazy.
Well, now you know where you can go get some live bait.
Yeah, they sell it by. They said they'll sell them by the bulk, and I said, huh. If them eel was sitting there with them bluegill, I'm like, it might
There
be
you
crowded
go.
in there.
There you
But
go.
them eel to tear them bluegill up, so I don't want to do that.
That is for sure. Creel says they're very fortunate that commercial fishermen don't keep anything over 25 pounds. No pay lakes near them. And that's a good thing. Yes, it is. There's Epic Catfishing. Welcome, Epic.
What's up, Epic?
Parker Pursuits. I think he's been in here, though.
Yeah. Carolina Reel Screamers.
How much does Brian B. charge for haircuts and boat repairs?
I only cut hairs if you lost a bet.
That's the only time.
And boat repairs, I only work on my own because I ain't giving you no money. YouTube.
Yeah.
Brian don't keep anything over 25 pounds either because he can't catch them.
That's a good one, Hayes. That's a good one. Mister, I come on your side of the water to catch fish. Text me the other day talking about, hey, what dock you go out of?
God dang it. Keeps moving whenever I get on them. Mark Knott wants to know what your personal best blue and flathead are.
Blue 70, no flathead.
No flathead.
I
Do
don't
you
even
not fish for flatheads?
It's upper Potomac River, but I don't I never go up there. And I don't believe that we have a abundance of flatheads. And I just don't fish for them because they're not down there where I fish. And I don't go too far up the river. But the blues, that's pretty much all I catch. Every 30 blues, I might catch a channel.
Michael Murillo wants to know, Brian, you've established a great bond with so many people, but one special bond I have noticed is with Uncle Lou. Which action rod is your favorite, and what other tackle do you prefer?
Everything Uncle Lou sells. That's my sponsor, my Uncle Lou. Medium heavy. All my rods are gonna be medium heavy. I don't care if the rod is a little stiffer than the next brand or whatever. Medium heavy. But now I'm not buying no other rods. I'm all Uncle Lou's. That's it. That's all. I got others, but they stay. Some of them don't even have reels on them because I don't even use them no more. I just use my Uncle Lou rods. Line. I use slime line 30 pound. Leader line. I have Cast King 80 and Cast King 60. Uncle Lou hooks. Everything is pretty much under lubes, and I use Brad weights. Don't have to go. I keep it right in the community.
There you
Brad
go.
weights are awesome. I had never had a complaint or no like why is it like this or anything. Brad weights are perfect, and the price is excellent. So
Yeah, Brad's a great guy too, just as Lee is.
Somebody said Uncle Lou got rods today. Said they're Sharp Parker Pursuit said that. We don't have blues. They got a soft mouth and fight like a tired fat kid. They never heard him say it like that.
I hadn't either.
I don't know. There was between about 15 pound up to about 32 pound, 35 pound. Them daggone fish got attitude. Bad.
Yeah, I don't. I've never seen a blue that had a soft mouth on them. They are they're pretty tough. Of course, when I use 10-aughts when I fish for them, but in big heavy water where they're big, I don't on the lakes around here. I use 8s, but
Yeah.
you know,
that's
you get
it.
on that big water, you really need to them big rivers and stuff. It's just different. That's all.
Yeah, the 9-aught and 10-aught hooks is all I use. That's it. Not going. Yeah, maybe when I first started with eagle claws that you buy in the pack. All right, side J hooks.
That's all I use.
Save my fishing career.
Them L197s and 2022s is the only hooks I'll use. The hookup ratio on them is near 100%. And until I find something that works as good or better, there's no sense of me changing.
Yeah,
They
There
just
you go.
they just work.
if it ain't
It
broke,
works
don't
for
fix
you.
it.
That's it. That's it. I've tried a bunch of the rest, but I've never had anything that has the hookup ratio that them eagle claws do. Until I do, I turned Mark on to him. He's told me the other day he was 5 for 5, and I said, "Don't get any better than that."
Yep, no doubt.
It
But
doesn't.
Brian, yeah, if you ever hook into that your first good flathead, you'll be making that run up the Potomac. Morning, Lyle.
I don't think it's a. I haven't seen no big flatheads caught. Some nice size ones, yeah. Maybe that fight is still going to be a little different.
Yeah,
But it's. I mean, to go up the river to be doing that. I don't know. I mean, I love that blue. When that blue fight is awesome.
They fight hard.
But they
Oh,
play
yeah.
with you. They'll hold to the bottom. They'll come up with you, and as soon as they get that little gas of air, they going boom and hitting that water again, and they gonna take you for another ride.
Oh yeah.
It's an adrenaline rush that is crazy.
That's right.
Yeah,
They do. I like catching flatheads too, though. But
Yeah.
you know,
I mean,
I
I never hooked into one, so I couldn't say what it is. I would
like
to
catching channel
one day.
cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, channel cats, they just fight. We catch little ones, and them jokers be fighting like a 15-pound blue.
That's a fact. Yeah, they do. They fight hard. Brian, thank you so much for spending your Monday evening with James and I on Catfish Weekly.
Hey, it was a pleasure, man.
It is a blast having you on here. We'll need to do it again one of these days.
Absolutely.
We appreciate everything you do for the sport, and you gotta stand on Chad and Haz and Chunky and all them guys, and don't let them beat you up too bad.
No.
Yeah, Creole too.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get Creole. Creole on my list.
Yeah. Now, if Creole gets on them fish like he did last year, Lyle, on all of us.
He was on fire last year, but everybody has their day.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Everybody has their day. Brian, thanks again. James, gonna be live Wednesday night.
Yes.
We'll be live
I
Thursday.
might try to drag the boat out Wednesday, Lyle. I got to get back on the freaking water. All these guys like Brian and the rest of them, they ain't seen me catching fish. We got to change that.
Got to change that.
We got to change that.
Be sure to tune in to the bait shop Thursday night and we will follow them with Panfish Nation. See everybody next Monday right here on Catfish Weekly.
God bless